The defection of Kiambu Senator Kimani Wamatangi from the Jubilee Party to UDA is extremely significant and tells us a lot, but not in the way you'd expect. Now, of course, Bwana Wamatangi, Mheshimiwa Wamatangi, is the majority chief whip for the Jubilee Party in the Senate. He's not a small man. It is a major catch, seemingly. Mheshimiwa Wamatangi, of course, took over from Irungu Kang'ata, the Murang'a senator, under very controversial circumstances. Most Kenyans remember that. And very instructive, Irungu Kang'ata also ended up at the UDA party. Now, all this should tell us a lot. Now, of course, Kenyans hate history. Many of us hate going back to ancient history, as we call it, what happened the last time, or even the history of our leaders. Kenyans don't want that. They want people to talk about the now and how, as if people just fell from the sky. As if people are not coming from anywhere. On this channel, we have a different view, a different approach. And indeed, if we look at the background and the past of Bwana Wamatangi and his circumstances in getting elected, then the whole thing completely changes right in front of our eyes. Now, what we need to appreciate, and this is on record, confirmed by very highly placed sources within the Jubilee Party of 2017 and 2013, what we must appreciate is the fact that all political candidates in the Mount Kenya region in 2017 won with the blessings of the Deputy President. We must also appreciate that a vast majority of these people who won the elections on a Jubilee ticket were not the most popular candidates on the ground. It is widely known that a vast majority of them were rigged in. Many of them, most of them, who made it to their respective elective posts did so only because the Deputy President intervened and fiddled with the Jubilee nominations. That is the truth. Now put yourself in the position of these leaders. Here is 2022. What would you do? And in any case, you have a debt, kuna deni ya kulipa the Deputy President, because without him, you'd never have made it. If you're in such a position, what would you do? I believe I've done another video on this channel recently where I said that a defection in most instances is a candidate thinking about themselves, not about who will win the presidential elections. No. Somebody does their calculations. They know that with their supporters, with their current die-hard fanatical supporters, and then if they vie on a certain party ticket, if you add those votes together, they will win according to their calculations, and therefore they join that other party quickly. Now in this instance, when you're talking about Mount Kenya, the motivation is even bigger, because this is the man who made it possible for you to be elected. They rigged the primaries. So what do? You go back to the person who last time helped you to get elected. Pure and simple. Especially if you see clearly in the horizon, the Jubilee Party is not going to nominate you to defend your seat. You defect. That's politics, nothing personal. It happens all the time. And therefore, if we are to look at this very major defection in that context, then it takes a whole new, different outlook. Indeed, in my opinion, I would not be surprised if the entire leadership of the Mount Kenya region defected to UDA. I wouldn't be surprised. And neither should you be surprised, because of the circumstances I've just explained. Now I hope you also realize that this is the Deputy President's most lethal political weapon. Very difficult to compete with. Yeah? And this is why he has been able to make inroads into the Mount Kenya region so easily. Inroads as far as the leaders are concerned. Inroads as far as some support from the grassroots. But the truth of the matter is that it remains to be seen if all this can be translated into real votes on August 9th. Because we know how the House of Mumbi votes. We know how the Mount Kenya region votes. It's usually very unpredictable. And they vote usually with the future of the community in mind. Yeah? And therefore, it is never a foregone conclusion how they will vote. Indeed, nobody can predict accurately how they will vote. Yeah? And put their life on it before we actually see the results. Yeah, so that is the situation. Now, the Deputy President had a very successful mega rally in Kiambu County this weekend. And in attendance were many characters who have not declared their stand clearly. William Kabogo, former governor of Kiambu. Moses Kuria. Those are two major political juggernauts from Central Province. Yeah, people you cannot ignore. Now, for you to understand the reason why these people were in attendance, the reason why it was important for them to attend, you need to look at the aspirants, the people looking to be the next governor of Kiambu. Let me read you the list. Moses Kuria, William Kabogo, Kimani Wamatangi, Mwende Gatabaki, and of course the current governor, James Nyoro, who took over when Governor Waititu was impeached. Indeed, the race for governor, the gubernatorial elections in Kiambu, are going to be very hotly contested. That's for sure. With all these big names on it, and others to follow, it will definitely be one of the high points, one of the elections where Kenyans will be waiting with bated breath to know who the winner is, after August 9th. And so, the attendance in this meeting of William Kabogo and Moses Kuria cannot be interpreted as these two being firmly in Kenya Kwanza. No, we can't interpret it that way. Whatever they said at the meeting, especially because we all know that the UDA candidate for Kiambu is going to be Bwana Wamatangi, Kimani Wamatangi. Therefore, it means these two individuals who want the same seat will have to either vie on their own party tickets, or if the circumstances allow them, cross over to the other side, to Jubilee. Because there's no confirmation yet that Bwana Nyoro will be able to defend his seat on a Jubilee ticket. There'll be nominations. Other people could come up against him, and so on and so forth. Folks, it is getting more and more interesting and more intense by the day. Lete popcorn, tena kwa wingi, lete na magunia. We'll need it. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.